All right, ladies and gentlemen, as requested, we're going to take a look at Verity Crawley. We've been looking at a few of the PWBA stars, some of the women who have exceptional releases, and we'll eventually get to a lot of other players. We're going to go through a lot of the players and try to talk about some of the things in their releases that they do correctly and things that I would say need to be improved upon. And we have Verity here in front of us, who is working on the very thing I talked about a couple of weeks ago. And I'm not saying I was the influence of her working on it. I'm sure it's probably been part of her regimen and things she's been doing for a while now, trying to get better at. But she was somebody that I pointed out that had that issue of getting the shoulder into it too much, and getting her hand to the inside part of the ball was very difficult. She liked to get her elbow going to the right and her left shoulder behind her, which then made her fingers be on top of the ball more than anything. And you can see where they're doing drills, the coach from the Kegel Training Center is keeping that right shoulder quiet, so that way it doesn't swing left to right, it swings front to back. Okay, so when we watch this through, he's showing her to keep everything in line there. See, that's a good spot. Her fingers are on top a little bit too much, I think, but this drill that she's doing is more about keeping the shoulder quiet and keeping everything inside, not getting that elbow flailing to the outside. So he's holding that shoulder in line and showing her, look, when that shoulder drops and goes forward, that arm, that elbow goes to the outside, where we want to keep everything inside, tucked inside here, and where the point of the elbow almost feels like it's pointing towards your hip. And then that's kind of what causes that follow through for a lot of people. You see that follow through go out in front of their face because everything is so far inside, it goes in front of your face, and then the ball is still projecting to the right because you're so inside out. That line is going from here to at the ankle to the right that way, and your arm is so far inside that the follow through goes directly up in front of your face while the ball is trying to go to the right. So when it's done correctly, that ball is coming off your hand super fast. But they are working on this. I commend her for working on this. But again, here, she's in a lot better position. I really like this. The one thing with that left shoulder, obviously she's trying to keep it stable there, which is good. Just out and to the side is okay as long as it doesn't force that shoulder back, and then the right shoulder goes forward, which then will cause that right elbow to flail out. So she's just doing her drills to make sure this stays right in line, in position, and she doesn't fling the shoulder forward. So I'll watch him go through this one more time, and she can see she's like, I want to throw that shoulder forward, because she wants to. That's where I think some of the girls do struggle, some of the women do struggle, is with, they're trying to generate ball speed, so they're throwing the ball a lot of times, which causes their body and their hand and elbow and everything to get out of position. So they have to correct that and use their feet and their legs more than their arm, which that one is pretty good. She keeps everything to the inside. That's good. All right, let me back up. We're on her Facebook page trying to, and she's here. She's actually was teaching this exact same thing to people. She had a class, and that's exactly what she was talking about: throwing the shoulder into it, rotating the elbow outside, and then demonstrating proper technique. Now, as far as powerful release, she clears her thumb really nice, so it allows her to create some rev rate. She's not as powerful as she could be because of being more on the top side of the ball. Let's take a look at this right here. I think this is her playing straighter, so you're going to see her on the top side of the ball. Yeah, see there. So this is another one where you can see this was before all that, where the shoulder's flying back. That elbow is already starting to go to the outside, which means that hand is on the top side of the ball and to the outside. But her thumb is basically cleared at this point already, which is why she creates more rev rate than most of the female bowlers do, even though she throws it in the gutter. But position-wise, that's what I'm talking about. That's one of the issues. So, and I commend her for, she's always posting bad shots and stuff and showing flaws. I like that. It reminds me a lot of myself, being able to just post more than just all the good. You see an awful lot of bad execution come from me, and I like when other bowlers do the same. So doing a one step here, this is the drill that she was doing to keep the elbow to the inside, so she's doing a backup ball. and that's look how far inside her hand is. She never rotates it back to the right, because this is the drill, is to keep your hand to the inside, and eventually you do this over and over again, and then you start to get to this position and then rotate back to the right side. But this is a very good drill to work on keeping that elbow inside. So let's just find another one. Let me find an actual one of her shots so we can kind of break down her shot a little bit, because she does like to post a lot of drills and stuff that she's doing. See, she's doing a no step just at the foul line. And she's one I kind of picked on a little bit before. I would talk about her doing her drills, but not being in optimal position, which is, she's fine. Yeah, we'll let that play through. So yeah, I'm not too opposed to this. See, the only thing I would say here is at this part of the swing, I would like to see her fingers just a little bit lower. She's doing a good job keeping her elbow inside and everything in there. And again, this is one of the reasons why she's one of the more powerful players on tour, but she could be better. That was actually pretty good. That wasn't bad. I would, if she could do that, if she did that more often, that would be really good. And you got to remember, not like your position where your hand is going to be determined on where you're playing the lanes too. A lot of these girls are forced into playing further right, which then forces these higher rev girls to get their hand to the top side of the ball in order to play that further right area, because they have to kind of take a little hand out of it. So it's not, that she can't get her hand lower. It's just that sometimes when she's playing the lanes further right, she's kind of have to she has to get her hand to the top side to be able to float it through the front and not make the ball hook overhook. All right, let's see what we got here. See, and this is one of those where she's got that shoulder flinging back already, and the elbow's going to go straight outside. But again, she clears the thumb really nice, and she's using urethane. She's allowed to get away with that. You see, yeah, see, look how far on top of the ball she is there. But she's using urethane, and this is one of those situations where you're playing straighter, and you want the ball to create as much motion as you can. It's already urethane. I'm fairly certain this is urethane. And so you want to create side spin, you want to create top spin, you want the ball to see as much friction as possible. And when you want the ball to hook more, generally, and hook more off of friction, this ball already being urethane is going to create friction early because of the cover stock. When you want to see even more and get it to go through the pins, you get to the top side and you rotate around it. Now, it's a little different for guys who have the higher rev rate. Generally, you're trying to control it a little bit more and stay underneath it. But with the 350 to 400 rev rate, if she's that high, she might be. I'd give her that. I'd give her at least 350. She can create a little bit more motion by getting her hand to the top side and rotating around it a little bit more. So you make it go through the pins properly. That's nice. But anyway, so that's her. That's that. I think she's doing a great thing for the sport. She's doing a good job, showing the flaws, showing the good, going through drills, showing people drills and stuff. That is what more bowlers should be doing. And you can see she's definitely a powerful bowler, definitely a powerful player. Could be more powerful, definitely could be more. But for what she's got and what she's working with and what she's doing, she's getting better and better and better every day. So that's all we can really hope for a lot of bowlers. So Verity, great job. But I'm out of here. We'll talk about another bowler probably tomorrow. So we'll see you guys later.